All right, my name's Jamie Jackson, and I'm a creative director and studio head at FreeStyle Games.
Talk about what your goals were heading into this new game.
Oh man, our goals, we were really kind of like, we wanted to bring something new. I mean, that was probably the biggest one. We felt like we'd listen to the fans, and a lot of what they were saying is they loved the game, they just felt like they wanted some innovation in it, and we took that as we want to bring back some new gameplay. So we wanted to do that, and then kind of through that process we started to think, you know what, we want to make you feel like a rock star. That's what everyone used to feel and remember. So a lot of it was around trying to make the player feel more like a rock star.
Talk about the first person perspective and what that opened up in terms of having to film all these different songs.
Yeah, well, going first person was really interesting because, I mean, first off, we wanted to put you on a stage like we've been on today, because I think, it feels kind of amazing to stand in front of people and perform, and it is a fantasy I'm sure we all have. So we made that decision to go with the first person, and then we started to think about, like, what is Guitar Hero as a game? And if you think about it, Guitar Hero as a game, it's the note highway, and that's almost it. So everything behind the note highway, it's kind of this secondary thing. It's not like a Call of Duty or a Skylanders where you need to run around the level to have fun. It's actually slightly detached. So we were able to use it to tell a story, which was really great. Now, once you got that in your head and you think, well, we can just tell a story, then you can we made the leap to say, well, it doesn't need to be 3D people. We can just film this and tell these really kind of beautiful stories taking you through the songs.
Can you talk a little about the band, the name, and how you went about that?
Well, there's going to be several bands in the game, so they're all different names. The ones we've seen today are called Our Paths Collide, and they were playing the Fall Out Boy track. And the way we kind of built it is we wanted to build bands that looked like they would play that genre of music. So we would rehearse different people, and we'd bring different people in individually, and then once we saw some people we really liked, we'd then bring them back as a band and put them together and then have them rehearse the tracks as well. So then when we did that, we started to think about what kind of stage will we put them on, and then we started designing the stage out, and we'd build that out, and then we'd design the crowd out so the crowd looked like they'd be going to that gig as well. So each genre of music it kind of fits the band, and it fits the crowd. And I think the hardest part was coming up with band names.
And speaking of crowds, talk about the variety of crowds that people will evolve through.
Yeah, so like each song is filmed in a unique setting, right? So you're going to have a unique set of crowd, you're going to have unique reactions throughout the song. We're actually kind of, if you think about each song being kind of unique, when we announce the songs, you'll get an idea of just how many crowds we did film. But I think over the course of the project, in each set we had between 200 and 400 people, which we then green screened and used some tech and turned them into about 5,000 people. It gets a lot bigger than that, but that's real people before you get into CG. So yeah, if you think about that, we got through quite a few thousand people in the whole process of this.
And you guys also bring festival atmosphere. Talk about how that kind of blends genres together on huge stages.
Yeah, so I mean, we were trying to think of a setting that we could put this game in that felt real, but felt current, especially with we've gone with quite a broad range of music in here. And for me, I go to Glastonbury every single year. I'm a big festival fan, and we just thought that's the perfect wrapper for this. These huge festivals where there's such diversity of music, it allows us to put different types of music together in one place, but look differently and have a different reaction to each thing. So it just provided something that felt so cool.
Now, one of the key parts of all this is the new guitar. Can you talk a little about how you guys designed that?
Yeah, so I mean, at the early stages of design, we were trying lots of different prototypes of the guitar and lots of different configurations, and we really kind of thought about how a broad range of people played on this, which was kind of the medium players. It was a big portion of people, and just playing with 3 fingers was something that people got very comfortable with. And we started to think about how can we build on that comfort zone, but actually add some depth to it, and then at the same time, how can we kind of give the veterans something that they can come back and learn. Because I think if we just put the same game out, all our expert players would know how to play it straight away. We wanted to give them something where they had to go and relearn something a little bit and master it again and have a new challenge. So that ended up becoming a big part of it as well.